I do have permission to share all this stuff with you guys. So they told me I can share the moments. There was kind of an embargo for a minute on if we could show these or not. Rock, are you in? Are you in Breakaway?
I'm not, but I'm looking forward to hearing about it because I like a little hockey.
Okay. Well, this is, to me, this is the best. This is the best new thing going because I really think they learned all the mistakes from Top Shot, from Candy, from all those places. Yeah, all the stuff.
Never made a mistake in its existence. I don't want to hear that crap.
Well,
Top Shot's a perfect product. They never made a mistake.
Look, okay, I'm going to show you a moment here, and this is why I'm excited about it. Let's just pick a moment. Here, Connor McDavid is pretty good. Now, when you watch this, what you're going to see is you're going to see it's like a flash intro, for a better word. I don't know what it's technically called, but they used to do flash. You'll see the thumbnail of it. Then you'll see the logo of the team really big. Then you'll see your actual moment. Then you'll see the play, and the play is widescreen with sound, and it's gonna be, it's like the play, then a different angle of the play, then the slow-mo of the play. So to me, it's really immersive. So just watch this real quick. I'm gonna turn the sound on. All right, here you go. You'll see the thumbnail, then the logo, then your actual moment, then the actual play. So here we go. So I just love that it's immersive, man. There's no announcer getting away. You can hear the stick, you can hear the puck. It's widescreen. I just think it's incredible. So you get that, and you'll get the second angle, and then you'll get the slow-mo here of the play. I just think it's incredible, man. Can you think of a better sports NFT than that, Rock?
The only one that I would compare to that is probably Candy Baseball. They do a really nice job, but I'd have to go back and look at some candies to see. I don't know that it's better than what I just saw.
Right, but Candy, if I remember, it's not widescreen like that, right? Like that, to me, I'm looking at it on my laptop. It's full screen. It's got the different replays. It's got the sound. Like you can hear the puck hitting the stick. You can hear guys hitting each other's sticks. You can hear the crowd kind of murmur, and then the actual goal happens and they explode. Like, to me, it's
it was very, very, very good, I would say. Maybe it's probably the best sports one I've seen. Since I'm always watching on my phone, I probably don't even know.
Right. But if you're watching on a laptop, you definitely see the difference, because on a laptop, the Top Shot moment's like this wide. It's like a quarter of the screen right in the middle. Basically, it's nothing, right?
Right.
So that's one of the things I really like. Plus, that they're in beta, but the mint counts are low. Those are all 15. Those are the core moments, which is the lowest rung. Those are all 1,500.
Oh, that's good. That's a good
right.
Thing. Like you said, they learn from other products.
Right. You're basically learning from all the mistakes that other people made. So yeah. I think it's great. And then plus, they have a lot more. They have a lot more like badges and stuff than other people have. They have the debut, like the breakaway debut. They have like a multi-highlight badge. They have a series debut. So like if you go to Series 2, you'll still have the debut of that series. They have like career milestones. They have record breakers. Obviously, they have rookies. They have season milestones. And then they have like the sounds of the game where you'll hear all the checking and board slapping and all that kind of stuff. So to me, I think they're really doing it right. I think Matt is here. Matt, are you here?
I made it.
All right, Matt, thank you for coming on. I appreciate you coming here. We were just talking about the project. Totally love it. I just showed everybody a moment, and everybody's excited about it.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah. Very cool.
Sequencing and everything for the moments. Very cool.
Yeah. So can you tell us a little bit about Breakaway? Because I know a lot of people here haven't had a chance to be in the beta yet, so they don't really know about what's going on. I kind of gave them an overview of the moment and the mint count and that kind of stuff. But can you give us kind of an overview of what the project is and what you think special about it and that kind of stuff?
For sure. Again, so just to kick off, thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
Interested to kind of talk to the community here and see what you guys are all about. Just I was checking back, played back TV in general. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. We watch all the Hornets games here, so we watch them together. All right, yeah. So what you got?
So anyway, talking about NHL Breakaway. So NHL Breakaway is the kind of official NFT digital collectible program that we've partnered with for the with the NHL, the PA, and the AA. So we have kind of full kind of league partnership that gives us the opportunity to do a lot of really cool stuff. So the core program and the product consists of kind of the highlights you guys have seen here. And we've taken an approach where it's all about creating meaningful content that means something to fans and collectors, and giving the most kind of exclusive, unique look at these plays, and really kind of marking and commemorating NHL history both in the past and then as it happens.
Right.
Where this we're not trying to just recreate YouTube, what you can see on YouTube.
Right.
We work with the NHL editing team to curate and source unique angles when we can, sounds of the game as much as possible when players.
Yeah, that's great. Love that. Yeah.
And that we wanted to create a core highlight product that really takes the best attempt and approach at really commemorating these moments and highlights in a way that can be meaningful and collectible to fans. And we're not just calling them collectibles, we're really trying to make them collectible.
Right.
And so you can see that in how we've kind of approached the edit. I know it's been interesting for a lot of people seeing that for the first time. It's like they expect them to be like 15 or 20 second highlights.
Right. Yeah.
Whereas we take a different approach, and we really want to kind of present it in a unique way that feels really special.
Sounds to me like it's geared more towards sports fans and not so much just an NFT thing, which is so refreshing.
Yeah.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah. Not to cut you off there. I just was going to say, you were talking about making these special moments. I was just looking at my collection here. I don't have a ton of moments, but all the moments seem to be like special moments. Like here, what's this moment? This is the Skinner rookie moment. I think this is like his record breaker or something, right? Like our franchise record for wins or something. Like it's not just a great save from some game in the second period in November, right? Like this has meaning to it. And you can see in the description. Okay. Franchise record for wins by a goaltender. Like you want these to be meaningful, not just great plays, right? Like that's kind of one of the things you really want.
100%. And this is the base set, right? So even in the base set, we were kind of curating some really great highlights from last year.
Right.
It was all about even making, no matter what the rarity is. And if you look deeper, if you check out the site and check out what the rarities mean, each rarity has really specific meaning to it, right? Where it's like, so that allows us, like, I think in some cases people were surprised about how many rarities we had, but really there's a reason there's so many exist. And that's so we can really, the rarity of the highlight, the rarity of it from the perspective of the season, from the player's career, from the league, from everything, it can be in the right place, right? So where we do Making the Mark set, and which is all about celebrating career milestones last year. We really it was honestly an honor to be able to celebrate McDavid's amazing season. He had
a killer season, right?
That really didn't give it. There was never really a moment where it was kind of celebrated from the perspective of there was never a great celebration that was all about he hit 153 points this year, right?
Right.
We were able to kind of commemorate it in a really special way, which was an honor, and all the stuff we've got to work on so far has felt really special. So, I
was just saying, when you were talking about the moments before, originally when you were saying, I was thinking in my head, in any given sports season, whether it be hockey, baseball, basketball, football, whatever, there are enough historical things that happen and milestones that you shouldn't need to fill it up with a random maybe layup on a game that they got blown out. You know what I mean?
That's what I hate about Top Shot is it'll be a
Oh,
great
I didn't see
moment.
Top
But
Shot.
it's a 40-point. Yeah, it's a 40-point lead. In December, and the guy does a great dunk. Like, that's cool, but do I really care about, like, I don't know. It's not.
Does Top Shot have the LeBron record breaker on? They do, right?
Yeah, they did one of those special things for it. That you were talking about curating. I did see on your website there might be some famous names that we kind of know in there. Is that right? Or am I getting back? Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess to catch everyone up to speed, I'm the creative and product director on the program, but that's from the perspective of design and from a perspective of how we're building the product, what we layer in. My background is primarily in gamification in a lot of ways.
Okay.
So you're going to see a lot of gamified features, especially in the very near future.
Okay.
But from the perspective of the team, it's an honor to even work on the team, right? So I generally kind of partner with Travis Howe, the grandson of the great Gordie Howe, and
okay, yeah, that's nice.
So we work together on a daily basis, creating all these highlights, working on every set design, literally everything we do is all about creating the best product and best collectible for the fans and collectors. So we always want to present. So for example, every single picture on the cover of each of these collectibles is a picture that is the closest and best representation of that highlight happening in the moment.
Oh, okay.
So in some of these cases, I spend I know there are in some cases there are hundreds of pictures of these great highlights, and we go and pick the best one where the players look the coolest. Or the player coins, right? The player coin is always going to be from a highlight from that season. So I mean, as a little bit of a tease, we're working on a set that commemorates some really special moments from the biggest stars in the league right now. But we're going back, right? And we're finding the photos from that season and making sure the player coin that you see inside the highlight matches that season, or the 3D logo that you see of their team is the actual, decade correct or year correct logo.
Right. Yeah.
They all fit in. So
cool.
We have some everything. It's always really thoughtful, and it's all about creating the most authentic and best product for collectors.
Sounds like everything is very intentional, which is awesome.
Right. Yeah. That's the word, intentional. Right. Yeah. Not haphazard.
And then with the highlights, and that's why we announced the program maybe about almost a year and a half ago now. But we're just starting. It's all just starting to come out because we spent so much time to the second point the other point you were asking about with the sound, right? We really wanted to make sure the sounds of the game were in there. We wanted to make sure, and it's not sounds of the game even with the commentary that you may have heard if you watched it on broadcast or you can go watch on YouTube. It's pure sound. So we've taken the commentary out. And it's so you can hear as much as possible from the ice and from the fans and from the highlight itself, and feel like you're there.
That's what I was saying. It's like immersive. Like I feel like I'm on the ice because I can hear the pucks. I can hear the sticks hitting. I can hear it hit the pads when the guy makes a save. Like it's like you're there. Yeah, widescreen, which is incredible. Yeah.
And so it was a really interesting challenge in a way, though, that we wanted to kind of show this unique perspective of the highlight, but without everyone talking over it, right? So we got really lucky, and Amanda Albert, the granddaughter of Marv Albert and daughter of Kenny Albert, is the lead editor editing each one of these highlights. And with, Katie Roberts, who's a really awesome editor as well and curator, working here to source the highlights.
Yeah.
So it's such a everyone is. It's kind of like, I imagine it's like a dream team to work on from my perspective.
Right. Talk like Marv.
Yeah, exactly. Does she talk like Marv?
Because there's an idea that she's just not like, yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You touched on gamification a little bit. That is something because we're in the early stages here. Is gamification going to be something that happens? And kind of the counterpoint to that is it going to be for collectors of all sizes? Because I think that's one of the things that Top Shot and Candy don't do is like a regular collector can't compete in some of those things. If you do gamification, are you going to make sure that the medium and small collector can still participate and it's not just going to be whales? Because I think that's one thing they do wrong.
You know how people talk about play to earn games, like you play to win money?
Yeah.
I feel like Top Shot is pay to play. It's like the opposite.
Right. Yeah.
The more you pay, that's all that matters.
Right.
I can definitely understand that. I mean, you guys said it. I didn't have to say it. I can definitely understand that perspective, right? I think similar to how you've seen us approach the rarity and minting structure and like the supply structure of the program, to how we've thought about rarity and the development and the experience of the pack opening, which has some unique twist to it. And we really tried to raise the bar with what collectors should expect in a pack opening experience, whether it's for digital collectibles or even, I think from my perspective, it rivals what you see in AAA sports games. And so if you've seen the approach we've taken to all of that, you will see that reflected in how we approach gamification. So every feature that you see that comes out that's related to gamification, which one you'll see very, very soon, I would say this week is likely going to happen.
Oh, okay. Alpha.
Yeah. So everything it's going to be, what you've seen right now is we've put down a foundation of a really strong core collectible that we think fans and collectors will love, whether they're, sports collectors in general or NHL fans hearing about collectibles for the first time.
Right.
And everything we layer in for gamification is going to be another piece on top of that foundation. And it's built to appeal to both, physical collectors. Like I grew up collecting basketball cards and hockey cards and baseball cards.
Right.
So did Travis.
I think we all did, right?
Yeah. I was lucky enough where Travis first joined and he sent me signed Mark Howe and Gordie Howe cards. He's a very great Christmas giver.
Exactly. Yeah.
But everything we've done has been built to appeal to both that audience that we grew up in, maybe the more digital native NHL fan who grew up playing, the NHL games and is familiar with buying packs on NHL, with the EA Sports games.
Yeah.
To everything from people who, are expecting a better experience from digital collectibles that they've already seen. And so I think I'm trying to decide how much I'm going to reveal right now.
Yeah. No, reveal it all. Nobody
reveal it all. We won't tell.
Yeah.
I guess the way I'll end it is we've started with curating sets that we think are truly collectible and that fans and collectors will really love. And the first thing we want collectors to be able to do is track their completion of those sets and give them rewards that feel directly related to the content that they're collecting because they love it.
Yeah.
So if you were to wish for kind of like a better set completion and set collecting experience from programs you've seen before, I would say I can't wait for you guys to see what is coming out for NHL Breakaway very soon. And I can't wait to hear for the feedback and how we've seen in the past. We're very open to hearing and feedback and, working with the community to create the best that it can possibly be.
Yes.
So this is kind of that first foundation, and based on everyone's feedback and their experience, we'll make it even better, and we're going to add more and more over time. So
awesome.
If you see this come out, you're like, well, where's this thing?
Right.
That thing's going to come out eventually, but it's going to be the best version of that thing you've ever seen.
Yeah. I know we said we'd only keep you for like 15, 20 minutes. So
I could talk all day about breakaways. You guys
okay. You hit on the different like rarities and tiers and stuff. You do have a lot of them, but I think they're pretty good. Like you have the core, which is like 5,000, limited, which is 1,000, rare is 500, epic is 200, and then you're gonna have like a legendary mint that's 25. Is that true? Like, is that you really gonna have 25 mint moments?
Yep.
Wow, that's awesome. I love that.
And then the heroic tier will be based on how many. Like, so imagine if you were to receive a heroic highlight as a reward for completing a set.
Okay.
Only the amount of those highlights created is going to be determined by how many Brave collectors actually complete the set.
Okay.
And I guess I'm really interested to see how collectors enjoy the experience, because part of the way that game is going to work is that the first collector to complete the set gets edition 1. So,
wow. Really okay.
So like all those collectors who wish they wish to pull that number 1, right? Or they wish to pull that jersey match.
Yeah.
If you're a dedicated collector, you can collect your way to it as well, right?
Oh,
so
that's awesome.
That's really cool. That's amazing.
That's great. All right, we got to get going because I promised Monopoly he'd have 5:30. But a couple of rapid fire questions.
Let's do it.
There's a lot of people here that are not in it yet because the beta is. Are you going to expand it? Can you give us a rough timeline of when more people will be able to get onto the site?
So how about I'll do you guys one better. All right, everyone who registers between now and tomorrow and sends me. You guys can either collect the list of the people who register.
Yes.
You guys can hit me. Matt Tice on or Matt Tice on Twitter.
Matt Tice on Twitter. Yeah.
Or Breakaway on Discord. You tell me you registered. You tell me your email address, and we'll make sure we're letting away the collectors in before something else that's happening this week that hasn't been announced but's also coming tomorrow probably. So everyone, you guys are hyped about Breakaway.
Yes.
Tomorrow. Cool. A lot of cool stuff is likely happening tomorrow.
Yes. That's awesome.
Go register and let me know that you registered, and we'll make sure you guys can be a part of the beta.
Dude, cannot beat that. If you're not registered, hit Matt up. Register now. You'll get in for this new thing that's coming. That is incredible. One last question. You were talking about collecting and stuff. Well, there will eventually be a marketplace, right? It might not be right away, but there will be a marketplace for these where I can buy my missing moments to collect these sets and that kind of thing, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And we're gonna create all sorts of some unique and some expected ways of collectors in the community to interact, try to complete sets, and collect what they love ultimately.
Wow, that's awesome. Well, Matt, thank you so much for coming on. You are welcome anytime. If you want to break any more news or you want to tell us about something, just let me know. If I can help you in any way, I really appreciate it. This was awesome having you on.
Big time on the beta access. I'm gonna get in there.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So nice.
Really, sure. Thank you for that. We had you don't know how many DMs I get about when is beta going to improve and that kind of stuff. So I thank you for that. And like I said, if there's anything I can do for you, just let me know. But I appreciate you coming on our little stream and helping us out because we do love this product. So thank you very much.
Appreciate all the kind words.
All right, thank you. We'll see you next time. Appreciate you.
Cheers.
All right, bye. That's awesome, huh, man? Like,
oh, cool.
If you're here, and trust me, there are people all the time that ask me about when they can get in this beta and stuff. So I am thrilled that he's going to do that for us. That is really cool, and I didn't know he was going to do that. So, okay, it is
Hi, how are you?
Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, what's going on? How are you?
Hey now. So I'm very excited to talk about Moonshot today.
Yes.
More particularly the football element.
Yeah. I have been on Moonshot for a while via the baseball Moonshot, so I know a little bit about it. Which, again, I was telling Jen I waste a lot of time on Evaluate. I have wasted so much time on Moonshot.
Yeah.
Especially when there's like those challenges that you can do and like I just refreshing.
Yeah, I got a lot to talk about, so I'm gonna kind of get through it. So first of all, join the Discord. You'll get free Moonshot baseball players, but also Moonshot football. Great time. It is for legal reasons. We are not associated with the NFL or the NCAA, but it's a fantasy like football. You draft teams of. Get player cards of passing, rushing, as you show there, kicking, defense, and score margin of the big NCAA teams and NFL teams. You then assemble those player cards into a lineup of 5, one of each, and you compete to have the best fantasy score.
Right.
I'll put the Medium article.
It's a fantasy game, basically, right?
Yes. Prizes are actually very large. I'm kind of like, when I heard the prize, I'm like, is this real? And it just keeps getting higher every week.
Right. Okay, yeah.
Cool, that settles it. I'm in.
We're at 0.09 right now, but it seems like it is increasing every week. True.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. We have a little. Sorry.
Yeah, this is not NFL. Let's call it pro football and college football, right? So you get the best of both worlds. I was just kind of going through the list here of the college teams. So, I mean, you can basically figure out what team is what. Like
we have the big 5 divisions.
Okay, but like this says Manhattan, but we know what team that really is.
Yeah,
right? Like,
I can share a spreadsheet with anyone who needs like a translation.
Okay, yeah, I think most of our fans here will kind of know what they're talking about, like San Francisco, Philadelphia.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, yeah. So you collect these products. Now, what is the price again?
They are $5 each, so not too bad, especially given the current price of Matic.
Right. Okay. So if I just go on to right here,
can you help out a noob? How many dollars is $5 Matic?
$350, something like that.
It is 250 actually. There's 250.
Okay,
better.
Yeah, so you can make a team for $10-15 or something. Like you don't have to spend a fortune.
Exactly. And when you get your player cards, you can either do only pro, only university, or we love the hybrid. I'm a big hybrid guy.
Okay. Now, do you play games hybrid too, or I would have to play just college or just pro?
So this is all fantasy. There's no like games. So like when you do hybrid, you have 4 professional, 1 university, or mix and match. It's a mix and match from university.
Awesome. Okay. So if I think there's going to be a really good quarterback, say in college, I can put that on my hybrid team and then play the rest as pro. Or if I have a feeling about, okay, all right, that's awesome.
I'm just coming off a big win last week, so I'm very excited about that one.
Yeah, I saw that in Discord that you had a big win. So
yeah,
you kind of glossed over the prizes. What can we win with this? Do we win more moments? Do we win money? Do we win?
You win Ethereum straight up. We're at 0.09 currently, and every week again getting higher and higher.
Okay. 0.09 ETH to the winner every week?